I got myself a new gear bag. It's probably overkill. Look at the size of this thing. Awkward and weird. That's the type of stuff I always like to have. I've been using this bag since the mid-1990s. What do you use for a gear bag? What kind of gear do you keep in your bag? It's already jammed to the brim. No room. I'm going to put those boots in there. That's as close as I got. Just doesn't quite cut it anymore. New bag. Welcome to the club. Today we're going to have a look at all the gear that I keep in my gear bag. The reason? I got myself a new gear bag. This thing looks like it's going to be amazing. But before I do that, let's check out what's in here. Bit of history. I've been using this bag since the mid-1990s. Crazy, I know. But it's always done the trick. Always has. Just doesn't quite cut it anymore. First thing I encountered about a year ago when I got back into the snowboarding regularly, I bought myself a helmet. This, that's very loud. But the helmet just doesn't fit in there very well. It's already jammed to the brim, no room. Second, I bought myself the Burton step-on boots. Now, before I bought those, I had my old school Burton rulers. I would just tie the laces together, big knot, throw them over my shoulder, lug them around, carry the bag. Everything was good. Can't quite do that with the step-ons. And last year, it was just awkward and weird. I was stuffing everything into my snowboard bag to lug it out to the vehicle, and it just didn't work out. So I got the new bag. We'll see how it goes. And we're going to root through this right to the bottom, see what I got. My black gloves and my gray gloves. One thing I always agree is you should have an extra pair of gloves. You get to lunchtime, your gloves are wet, your hands are cold. Pop a new set of gloves, makes everything better. I've got my neck fleece. This is an old school fleece. Nothing fancy. It's another mid-90s thing. What do I got? Oh, I got my old toque. I'm pretty sure I don't need this anymore since I wear the helmet, and this thing with the floppies all over it, not really going to fit under a helmet. Might stash in there just to have it on a cold day when I get back to the vehicle. That's another. Early 90s, possibly late 80s. I've had that thing forever. What do we got? Oh, another set of gloves, set of mitts. I've had these forever. I like these. They're almost a bit too big for me. But what I do like is the sides open up. Stick my fingers out and do what I need to do. Zip it back up. Some people hate mitts. Some people love them. I'm about 50-50. I use them sometimes, but not all the time. What do we got here? This is my goggles. These are the Oakley Flight Deck, I think they are. I bought these last year. I really like the look of these, the big frameless design. I thought I would get something different. My old ones, they just fell apart and they weren't cutting it. Secondly, I need something big enough to fit over these specs. I don't have contacts or anything for when I'm out, so these things are nice. They fit over top of the glasses. Well, they fit over top one of my pairs of glasses. They don't fit over these ones particularly well. These are a little bit bigger and they kind of rub against the lens. But I have an older set. It's a little bit smaller around the frame. They fit in here just great. So, if you ever need to do the old over the glasses goggle, something good to keep in mind. I'm not going to fit over every pair of glasses. I do kind of like that they came with this storage case. My old ones were just banging around the bag all the time and getting marked up. Oh, we got another little neck tube thing. This one is 100% knot fleece. This is purely a summertime thing. I got one for when I was riding the side-by-side, and it was just massive. I literally cut it in half. Thought I might use this on a spring day or a semi-warm day or something like that. What do I got here? Oh, a balaclava. I've actually never worn a balaclava, but I did throw it in here when I got the helmet because I thought my head would get really cold without wearing a toque. So I thought I'd have this balaclava in there. Never actually used it, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. What is this? Oh, this is a spare set of goggles. These ones will definitely not fit over my glasses. Pretty small, typical, old style, but new goggles. Not 100% sure why I threw that in there. Maybe just in case I didn't have my other ones or something broke, at least I could take off my glasses and have some goggles. Pretty sure that's the only reason I got that in there. And that is the end of the main compartment. Let's dig into this little guy over here. There should be lots of little goodies in here. Face cloth. You never know when you gotta wipe something down. Oh, look at this. 5-hour energy. I guess I was a little concerned I might run out of gas, so I put one of these in here for lunchtime. Screwdriver. Gotta have a screwdriver. I mean, let's face it. Changeable bits, the whole 9 yards. Could throw this in my pocket in my coat. I generally don't, but you gotta have one of these on the hill. You just do. Anti-fog spray. Like I said, glasses under the goggles. They like to fog up because they don't get the cool air from the outside. So give your glasses a good coating of this. I find they work pretty good. Sometimes you still got to take the goggles and do the old poop every time I stop. But for the most part, that works really well. Dakine board lock. Excuse me. I picked this up last year. I used to have another one. I was always super suspicious of people taking my board. And there was a little bit of that back when I first started. So there was a little bit of board theft going on. So we had a lock. Me and my two buddies would lock our stuff up. And my two buddies both had Craig Kelly airs from Burton. If you're going to steal something, you're going to steal a Craig Kelly air back in 1991. Let's face it. So I got another one of these, just peace of mind. I don't know how much stuff gets stolen here, but when this is tied on, it ain't getting stolen. Ooh, multi-tool. Got to have a little multi-tool. You never really know. Again, sometimes a screwdriver might not cut it and you need pliers or knife or something. Edge sharpener, edge cleaner, edge deburrer, whatever you want to call it. I've had this thing right since day one. So 1990, 1991, I bought this. I like to take this every day, every couple of days. I would always just run the edges of my board, keep everything at a nice angle, and keep the burrs off, keep the nicks off, keep them in good shape. Got to keep one of these around. You never know. Oh, my little leash. This is the little leash that comes with the Burton step-on. I actually haven't used it. I put it in there. I kind of thought I might. Didn't know. I thought if I changed my mind at the hill, I'd want to have it available. I never have used it. Some people say I should. Some people say I shouldn't. I never have. But it's here. And that's the bottom of that bag too. I guess we'll say goodbye to the old British Columbia Summer Games bag. It's from 1986, but I haven't been using it as my snowboard bag since then. Mid-90s. Let's say hello to the new one. Look at the size of this thing. This is massive. So, backpack strap. So if I do need to carry it or hike or walk, I can do that. The reason it's so big, again, I'm going to put those boots in there, and I need something massive to hold the boots. This one's pretty cool, actually. It opens at the back. And I can stuff the boots in like that. So let's give it a go. Actually, I haven't tried this yet. I stuffed a couple boots in it in the store. That's as close as I got. I feel like this way is going to be the way to go. Toes to the front, everything to the back, and then there's that extra room if I stuff the bag up. Okay. The cool thing about this bag too, the main compartment holds the boots, but this thing's got pockets everywhere. Got a big zip pocket right here. Can hold a bunch of stuff. Got another zip pocket right here. Can hold another bunch of stuff. Actually a fair bit. Got a zip pocket right here. It's got a zip pocket over here. Sorry if I'm talking while I'm zipping. That probably ruined the audio. But yeah, this is good. Got another zip pocket over here. Same as this one. And this one on the front. Did I open the one on the front? Oh, I didn't open one on the front. It's got one on the front. I think the biggest trick is going to be figuring out where I want to put everything and then remembering where everything is when I need it. So, probably use this front one last. Oh, this thing also has some clips on the side. Buckle here, and on the other side. So if I were to go for a hike or a split board, I could strap snowshoes on there or a split board. Actually, I don't know how it would work with a split board if I'm snowshoeing, but I can put snowshoes on there anyway. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm going to start this side compartment over here. I'm going to put all my tools in it. And you know what? I'm just going to put everything in here I had to start the day. I'm not even going to change things up. We'll use it. We'll change it up as required. All of this. I'm even going to put my little energy in there just because I might run out of gas. You never know. Okay. That's all that stuff. What's in the top? That one at the top looks like it could hold my helmet if I needed it to. And that sure does. It sure does. Okay. Well, let's start with the helmet in there. I was thinking I might just strap the helmet onto this big loop here. That might actually work better. Because I had a lot of glove stuff here, so let's change that up. Let's do that at the end. And I think I'll strap it to this front as I need it. Okay. Mitts. I don't wear them as often. Put them on the bottom. 2 gloves. Bam, bam. And my fleece. I wear those. 2 gloves and a fleece I use every day. The third mitt, I don't think, no, I actually used them last year too. So I don't know if I did 3 in a day or I just chose mitts, but there we go. That's down the side here. Well, you know what? Let's put the, these are going to be a tricky. There's a little bit of bulk in there. Okay. Neck tube, balaclava, down there. Old school toque. Down there. Extra goggles. Down there. Kind of starting to feel like maybe I don't want to put everything in here. You know what? This thing is going to take a lot of space, so let's revisit the top. Look at all those gloves. That's nuts. Okay. Goggles and neck tube up top. I'll be using those every day. That's on the bottom. Gloves. Yeah. Gloves and gloves. Too many gloves. Maybe I will put 2 gloves here. I do typically start my days with these gray gloves. There we go. That fits nice. Got a whole extra. Got a whole extra pocket up top. Oh. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's about 90% boots. Let's face it. Open these straps up. Get her on the shoulders a little bit. Oh yeah. Lug that around. Yeah, get the chair out of the way. Lug that around. Board bag. This will be way better. Now, what about this helmet? What if I just take it, flip it on like that? Kind of big, kind of flopping around. It'll do the trick. I can almost guarantee you I'm going to rearrange it. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, as far as what gear is in my bag, that's the type of stuff I always like to have. Spare gloves, couple of tools, spare goggles, just a couple spare things. You never know if something's going to get lost or broke. Or what happens if one of your buddies shows up and you're getting ready and they forgot something, you know? They forgot their goggles hanging on the wall. You could always give them your extra goggles, something like that. The spare gloves have come in handy, not just for myself, but for my friends as well. A couple of times. Anyway, that's it. Let me know. What do you use for a gear bag? What kind of gear do you keep in your bag? Is this way too much? Is it overkill? It's probably overkill. But with the boots, it's probably not. It was awkward carrying snowboard bag, duffel bag, boots without laces, all of that jazz. This will do the trick. New bag, welcome to the club. That's it. Let me know. Let me know what your bags are, what your gear is. What's something you never fail to take up to the hill? Something you always take because you've been burned and you need it. What's in here that you think I'm wasting my time? Let me know. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the slopes.